Now, this is a valuable lesson of what not to do. They're not being sold. They're not being looked at. I will probably never get through all that. I went and bought these bluey coins and I didn't need them. This is what you don't want to do. How many bloody elf dolls do you need? This is an absolutely monumental headache. This has been a hindrance and a headache, and it's a valuable lesson that has taken me years and years and years to figure out. And it's only in the last month I've woke up to myself and gone, this probably wasn't a good idea, but I've been doing it for over 10 years. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to go for a little bit of a walk around my eBay office here and show you what pretty much not to do. Do not do this, okay? This is something that's giving me a headache at this stage of my selling career. All right, so let's just flip it around. Now, we are in my office. This is my eBay office. This is where I do my work. There's my computers there. Now, this is my stock at the moment, okay? Now, I've gone through today and pulled out things that are going to go on eBay. So there's things like this. There's Smurfs there. Okay, there's some cars. There's some Lost in Space figures there. Now, these are things I just recently found, so that's good. They're going to go on eBay, okay? But now we're going to get to things like this. Now, this is a valuable lesson of what not to do. This particular Spider-Man figure here, these were Mighty Mugs, and these came out probably 20 years ago. Now, I had a lot of them, and I sold them in my shop. Now, at one stage, they were getting very good money on eBay. Like that was probably getting $40, $50, $60 on eBay, okay? Now, I've had this particular figure and these ones down here for probably 18 years. Now, they've got to the stage where they're only worth $10 or $20. So I missed the boat on those simply by just storing them, okay? There's more cars in here. Now, this is fine because I've just recently found this lot, all right? But then we've got things like this. These DVDs, I bought those about 5 years ago and started listing them on eBay. But then this particular box, I found, look, it was actually under here, like this. It was under there, and then there was stuff, you know, sitting here, and so I forgot about it. So now, these could have been on eBay. These could have been sold, but instead they're taking up space in my shed. Okay? These things here I've just gone through and found, and I'm going to put on eBay. But this here, I bought these about 6-7 years ago. All right? So they've been just sitting in dead stock. This is called your death pile. These here are okay because I just bought them. This here, I know I've had these for about 20 years, and they've been sitting in a bag, and I found them in this shelf in here, just sitting there. Okay? This thing here, all right, these are little Spawn figures. They came out in about 2004, I think. I know this because I was in Hong Kong in 2004 when these came out, or was it 2008? Might have been 2008. I was in Hong Kong and I bought a carton of these things, okay? And they were big money at one stage. They were really wanted. But I've just found these. That's a full set. There's a full set of 6 there and a full set of 6 variants. But they may not get as much money now because they've been sitting for so long and the hype about them is over. I should have sold them when they were popular. They're not popular now. But I'm going to put them on eBay anyway because I have to put things on eBay. If you look in here, this is all Lego. Okay, this has all been put here exactly 6 years ago because I moved here 6 years ago. Now, look, you can see, look, there's a sheriff station in there. There's a Redtron something in there. There's all castle stuff in there. Now, this is going to be another video because I really have to go through this. Like, look at this. This is all Western stuff. There's just so much. But this has been sitting here since I moved here. Oh, look at this. This is all space. Space booklets. This is all vintage space too. This is not new. Look at all the men. Holy. That's gold. That's money there. Look at that. See? But then that all that's full in there, and then all these little pieces. Look at all the pieces I used to do. All this. But I haven't touched this since I moved here. All right? All this here. This is all full. All these tubs are full, and they're not going anywhere. They're not being sold. They're not being looked at. This is a valuable mistake. People think it's good to have stock, okay? But look at this. How many bloody elf dolls do you need? Okay? There's some of them. I went through stages where anytime I found an elf doll under 20 bucks, I buy it. And I know that in one of these tubs in front of me, there's a tub full of elves, okay? Now, valuable lesson, guys. You want to sell your stuff, all right? I always thought, yeah, it's really great to have stock. Well, hang on, look at this. This is a tub full of Kinder Surprises. Okay, they're all just in there. There's a tub full of trolls. Look at this tub here. This is some. Look, here's all Bucky O'Hare's. I bought these about a year ago, and the tub got plonked here. Look, here's a bloody Game Boy. Look, see? This should have gone on eBay the day I bought it. Look, here's a Pokey thing. Look, was that a Digimon Pokemon little game thing? Right? All Mighty Max. Okay? Now, it's great to have stock, but how much stock do you want? Let's go into this room here. Now, this is a classic example of pretty much not what to do. This is what you don't want to do. I mean, this is stuff that I've just set up here that I've just collected and liked, and it's my own little personal pleasure, as you know, you might say. But you can have a look in here in this shed. Look at the amount of stuff I have got in there, and all behind that is just a mammoth selection. Just more stuff, okay? Like, let's look, comic books here. Now, comic books I don't sell on eBay. I like to take them to trade fairs and markets because they sell really good there. But when you come in here, like, this is all, look at this, vintage Smurfs. There you go. I know I haven't touched that for years and years, because they all came from my shop when I shut it down, and that was 3 years ago. There's all these cars here. They've got to do something. This is a mammoth death pile, okay? It is okay to have a death pile, but when you're getting to this extent, look at this. This just goes on and on and on. And this has been accumulated only over the last 6 years, because that's when I moved here. Okay, I shut my shops, and then I moved to the country, and I pretty much didn't have this, because when I closed the shops, all that went into storage, and that's actually in storage sheds in Brisbane. So I haven't even got to that yet. Okay, we're going to go through here and just have a look. Like, this is not what to... Don't do this. This is too much. This is... Sorry, I'll get that glare off there. So this is what not to do, guys. This is just too much. This is a absolutely monumental headache. There's stuff... Look at this. There's a Simpsons Lego set here that has to be dealt with. There's all these sorts of things. There's, oh my God, there's just so much. And there's every one. There's the Malaysia one. There's the Taiwan. There's the Hong Kong. There's the Australian. There's the USA. There's all the Snake Mountains there. Like, it's just absolutely insane. And if you came over here into, we're going back here. In here, look, this tub here actually has all the parts to those castles in there. All right, and then there's then there's more, look, more vintage Motu. There's, look, Kenner, Robin Hood. Now, this stuff all should have been put on eBay pretty much the week I got it. Look, there's nude girls in there. Look, I know there's all Transformers in there. There's just so much stuff. Like, Lego's fine because I do buy Lego and then I put it away for a couple of Christmases. But there's so much here that I've just skipped Christmases. These boxes here, I bought these before the shop shut, and look, they're sitting there. I haven't even opened them. Yeah, I just haven't got to it. This Kmart box here came in, what, 2 weeks ago or something. I haven't even opened it yet. Okay, there's Hot Wheels cars in there. There's look at these. This box. What's this box here? Oh, there you go. There's Hot Wheels, but I bought these from my brother, so he'll get those because he's the Hot Wheels dude. And sometimes I find stuff like these Bluey coins. They're just sitting here. Look, I went and bought these Bluey coins, and I didn't need them. So what do? I go, oh, I'm going to give them away. There's comics. All these comics here have been sitting here for about 3 months because I've just got to sort them. Okay, things like this. Like, what's going on with that? And over here, look at all these cards. These are all collector cards, and they've just been found and just plonked there where I should have put those on eBay straight away. Look, there's a big training camp from G.I. Joe vintage. Like, that's just been floating around here for years. This tub here, this is trading cards that I bought when I was young. I'm talking early 90s. That's been following me around for 20 years. Okay, more than that, more than 20 years. There's just so much stuff. It's overwhelming. To get through all this is a mammoth task. Okay, it's going to be extremely hard for me to deal with because I'll tell you right now, there's days I come in here and I think, what am I going to do today? And I just walk back out and I just go and sit by the pool. All right, because there's just so much. Look at all these tubs; they're all full. There's just like, look, hang on. There's a fridge. Look at this fridge. Look at this fridge. Has got all Lego pieces in it, and they're all like, look, they're all. This is just a Star Wars tray of pieces for Star Wars. And then the next one you pull out and it's all DC and Marvel figures all in there. And like, there's another one here that's, look, all Indiana Jones, just Indiana Jones parts. Okay, and they're all full of stuff. Look, here's a tray that's just a tray of Marges from The Simpsons. A whole tray of Marges. And look, there's a whole tray of Ned Flanders. And under that will be the other characters. Just, what's in here? Here you go, more figures. More figures to deal with. There you go, they're all just, it looks like they've come from the shop. Look, because they're all priced. So they come straight out of the shop, they went in there and then they've sat there. Like, what, look in here. Look, boxes of little Legos and train tracks. Train tracks. It's in here, more little baggies of Lego. Absolutely insane. Like, there's stuff here. Like, look at this. Here's a Barbie doll. Well, there you go. That can go on eBay right now. All right. Well, let's take that out. Look, there's He-Man figures in there. There's a Batman Legends. Okay, we'll put those in the eBay pile, won't we? Okay, put those there, and we'll come down here. Look, there's a Voltron. Look. I can't even get through here because what's going on here? Hang on, let's move that. Okay, there you go. There's a look at that. There's a tray of Star Wars comics that I bought probably 2 years ago. All the old Star Wars comics. So it's so heavy I can't even lift the damn thing. So that's got to be sorted, you know? Well, you know what? Why don't we do it? What? Oh, fuck, I can't even lift that. All right, I'm going to get through that. I'm going to get it out, and we're going to go through that, and we'll go through that over on my other channel. So go and have a look at that. The Aussie Toy Hunter channel, we'll go through that one. That's next. Okay, so the valuable, really important lesson I'm giving you here is control your death pile. That's called a death pile. When you've got stock that isn't going anywhere, it's not for sale, it's not on eBay, it's called a death pile, okay? My death pile has got out of control now, okay? I will probably never get through all that, okay? It's going to take me years and years, and that's, like I said, I moved here 6 years ago, and this was pretty much empty, okay? This is just what I've collected over 6 years of buying collections, buying stuff off eBay, going to garage sales, and it's turned into this mammoth, absolute mammoth death pile that I'll probably never get through. Do not do this, okay? Do not do this. Control your death pile. It's okay to have things that you buy and you go, right, I need to keep that for a couple years because it needs to accrue in value, which I do with like Lego, okay? That's fine to do that, but at the end of that 2 years, when that particular product has made that profit that you are happy with, bring it out, photograph it, and put it on eBay so it is for sale, and sell it and move it on, okay? Because otherwise, this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to have sheds and sheds full. And what I showed you there, that's only one shed, okay? There's a shed on the side of this as well, and it's been fully lined and insulated and everything, and it's just got tubs like that, those tubs, and they just stack to the roof all the way in it, and you can't walk in it. That's there. And then there's the storage shed that I put all my stock from my shops in Brisbane. I walk into that sometimes. I go in there and just pull a few things out, but I just shut the door and walk away because it's insane. It's insane. It's got to the stage now where in the last year, I've actually got onto a few of the local secondhand shops, and I have them come here quite regularly, and they just bring a couple of grand and they fill their car and they take it to their secondhand shops and they sell it. Okay, that's where I'm at now. It's got so insane that I can't ever get all this on eBay. And even when I go to the toy fair, you can only get so much in. Like last toy fair, I took 18 of those tubs on the back of my ute, and it doesn't even dent what stock I've got. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Go up and have a look at these videos. So many videos where I actually give you tips and ideas of what not to do. There you go.